want to show you what my eyebrows look like very up close. See how flat they are to my face? So I'm getting ready to do something that I have never before done. And I'm 54 years old. And I know it's going to be hard to believe that I've never done this, but I have never professionally had my eyebrows done. Not shaped, not colored, like zero, nothing. Never had them waxed. I have had them threaded to kind of shape them up a little bit a couple of times. I don't know that I consider that a professional doing. But anyway, I'm sitting outside of the Serendipity Sip and Spa, like a day spa here in downtown Paducah. And I'm going to go in and have my eyebrows shaped and laminated. Now, my daughter did this a couple weeks ago because her best friend did it and her eyebrows look phenomenal. So as I've gotten older, like in the past 5 years or so, my eyebrows are definitely not shaped the same. They're getting a little bit sparse, or this one is on the edge, and I have an area that's getting thin. So my brows aren't turning gray yet, like my hair, but my brows are just not evenly shaped. So I'm going to go in, get my eyebrows laminated, and once I fully understand what that means, I'll come back out, show you how my eyebrows have changed, and explain the process to you. So it's time for me to head into my appointment at the Serendipity Sip and Spa, but I'm excited to go in and get my eyebrows done. Well, I gotta be honest, I am not quite sure what just happened. That was the oddest experience. So right now I have Vaseline on my eyebrows, like Aquaphor. So I went in, she put, basically it smelled like a perm solution. It was very stinky. Put it on my eyebrows, let it sit for 10 minutes. And then she wiped it off and put on a neutralizer. Let it sit for 10 minutes, wiped it off. And then she took a little dermaplane tool, which she gave me one. Let me get it out of my purse. A little dermaplane tool like this, and kind of scraped and shaped my eyebrows. And she was very, 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 very precise about it. So when I do my eyebrows at home, I get out of the shower, I take my little eyebrow brush, I go boop, 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 and that's it. Like, I've never paid so much attention to my eyebrows. But after she did all the shaping with this little tool, she gave me one to take home. And then she took a little, this is a dental brush. She said this is the best little thing. And this is almost like the eyebrow brush that I have at home, just on a longer stick. But she took this and forever, like, placed every little single hair on my eyebrows, and then put a conditioner on my eyebrows. So she said once the conditioner goes on, she put Aquaphor on my eyebrows so that there was some slip, and she could use this little tool to place my eyebrows exactly where they needed to go. So the key is, for 24 hours, I cannot get my eyebrows wet. So it is now 4:45 on Thursday afternoon. So I'm not going to be able to basically get my face wet until tomorrow night when I wash my face. So yes, my eyebrows look very glossy and shiny. That's just because of the conditioner and the Aquaphor. And she said she actually puts Aquaphor on her eyebrows just naturally every day. I don't like the shiny eyebrow look, or I don't think I do. But they are very kind of stuck to my face right now because of the conditioner and the Aquaphor. But let's just talk about the shape. They're a little bit red because she did a lot of dermaplaning on this eyebrow. This is the one that was like so oddly out of shape. But in all, I think the shape looks fantastic. I can't really see them that well without my glasses. I need to get home in my magnifying mirror. But she had me sit up. Of course, all of this was done with me laying down, and she was kind of standing over me. So when she was done, I sat up. I had a mirror. Again, couldn't really see that great. But from what I can see, the shape is fantastic. I'm anxious to tomorrow night when I wash my face and use my own brush and my brows are dry and not shiny to see what they're going to look like. So I'll finish this video after 24 hours has gone by and I have like a more natural looking brow and the redness is gone. So I'll see you tomorrow night. Well, here I am. It is now not quite 24 hours later, and I have so much to say about this eyebrow lamination process. So I'm going to be honest here. When I woke up this morning, and even last night before I went to bed, my eyebrows were itching so bad. I think maybe I just have very sensitive skin. That is the reason that I stopped coloring my hair, because the hair color would just make my scalp just get so inflamed and itch. And that's exactly what the product that was put on my eyebrows, that's exactly how I felt. So this morning at about 8:30, I could not take it any longer. I took a wet wash rag and just kind of wiped my brows. I did splash some water on my face and kind of wipe. I didn't use any soap, but I just wanted to, I could actually see last night that there was some of that product kind of embedded underneath my brow, kind of on my skin. So I just wanted to wipe that off. And then about 10:30, I got in the shower. I did use my mild face wash, which is what I use every morning. I washed my brows. I just had to get that chemical off of my eyebrows. So it is now almost noon. The itching is drastically better. I can tell that the chemical's not on my face anymore. It is still a little bit irritated, and I do have a little bit of redness just from the dermaplaning, not from the lamination process. I did not fully do my research before I made this appointment. I was just looking at my daughter and her friend and seeing that their eyebrows looked really good. They are younger gals, keep in mind. When I was going into my appointment yesterday, there was another gal coming out in her 20s, just had her eyebrows done, and she looked great. Now that I've been through the process, I fully understand, which I should have known this before I went in, but now I fully understand what laminating your eyebrows means and how it would change the look and the texture of my eyebrow. So when I'm seeing people now, I can look at them and go, oh, she had her eyebrows laminated, because I can see it in myself. So let's just break this down in detail. Basically, think about it as a perm for your eyebrows, but a perm not in the sense that it's going to make your eyebrows curly. Think about, and this is just my explanation of it, think about when you have your hair relaxed, which is what I used to do back in the 90s, because I didn't know how to deal with my curly hair. So I would put basically a perm solution on my hair and comb it through to make my hair straight. So essentially, that is what they did to my eyebrows yesterday. There was a perm solution put on my eyebrows. My eyebrows were combed in the direction that the lady thought they would look good. And me too, because she was giving me the mirror and asking my opinion. And then once that solution stays on your eyebrows, it kind of like set your brows. But what I feel like nobody tells you is that eyebrows, or at least mine do, because I have curly hair, my eyebrows had a normal arc to them. They were not glued flat against my face. There was space between my eyebrow and my skin. So I could easily brush my eyebrow with a little eyebrow spoolie, which is what I did every morning, and my eyebrows would go in the direction that I wanted them to. Well, now that they've been laminated, that gap, that air gap is gone. So my eyebrows are like plastered flat against my face, and they seem way more pronounced. So after I took my shower this morning and I washed all the stuff off of my face and I let my eyebrows dry, I did brush them. They have a completely different texture to them. They are hard and dry. And like eyebrows are normally dry, right? But these are hard and dry. And because they are so pressed against my face, I had a hard time brushing them and getting them to go where I wanted them to go. Now, the anesthetician who did my eyebrows told me that I needed to put Aquaphor or Vaseline on my eyebrows every day to give them a little bit of slip so that I could direct them. And I ended up having to do that this morning. Believe it or not, there is Aquaphor in my eyebrows. just a dab. Like I put a dab on my fingers, rubbed it around, and then just kind of put it on my eyebrow. That was the only way that I was able to get my eyebrows to go in the direction I wanted them. So I wanted to come in here to my makeup mirror and try to give you all a really up close look at my eyebrows. But I want to show you what my eyebrows look like very up close. See how flat they are to my face? Like there's no room, there's no space. And so that is something I'm not used to. And when I try to brush them, I mean, yes, they will move, but only so slightly. So I can turn them down, like if I wanted them to go down. I mean, I can shape them, but they're just, I guess the point is, they're just so different from my normal, natural eyebrows that I just am not sure what I think about this yet. But I wanted to kind of show you up close how they move. So I can kind of shape them and make them appear fuller, less full. I can take my little spoolie here and kind of shape the top of them, and wherever I put them, they are going to stay there. They are not going to move. So I don't know, maybe it's going to be something that I need to get used to. When I look in the mirror, like at myself right now, I'm just not used to my eyebrows being so pronounced on my face. But I shared a before and after on Instagram. Every single person came back and said they liked the brows. Now, were they just trying to be polite? I don't know. I asked for their honest opinion. And as the day has gone on, it's grown on me. I think if I were to let a couple days go by and this new look to just kind of settle in, I do think I would like it. And like I said earlier, once the brows start to lose a little bit of this flatness, I think I will like that look better too. And in hindsight, I did not wait 24 hours to let this fully set in, simply because it was itching me so much. So I know I did not get the full effect. The process did not have time to do its full thing, and it's probably going to wear off a little bit sooner than it should, which honestly, I think that's okay with me. So that's my honest opinion. That was my experience with getting my eyebrows laminated and shaped. I do know that I think I prefer eyebrow threading and just kind of trimming and plucking myself. I did not like the microplane, that little dermaplane tool. I didn't like the effects of that at all. And would I do this again? I just don't know yet. I just don't know. Time will tell, right? We'll see. But I hope my experience and kind of what I explained and what I'm seeing the day after helps you if you have the opportunity to do eyebrow laminating. Now you know what it's all about. See ya.